Hi, and welcome back. I finally got the replacement antenna for my Baofeng BTECH BF-F8HP PRO. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that. But anyway, I got the replacement antenna. I did mention this a couple weeks ago that I needed to send it back because I was going to do a range test, and I noticed I wasn't getting very far distance on the radios. I was only getting less than a mile, and so I thought I'd test the antenna on the second radio I bought, and the SWRs were very high. So I did contact BTECH, and they gave me an RMA number. I think it took 1 or 2 days to get the RMA number. And they said to send the product back, but I had to pay for shipping, which I didn't think was very good customer service because I purchased a product that had a defect. I thought they should have paid for shipping, but didn't complain about that. And it cost, I think it was around $5.40 to mail it back to them. So I did that, and then it took over a week to actually have the replacement part at my doorstep after I shipped it out. So I thought we'd take the antenna out here, and we're going to take our nano VNA and we're going to test the new antenna. And for a benchmark, we're going to use the known good antenna on my first radio that I bought. So let's go ahead, and I'm not going to go through the calibration and all that again on the nano VNA, but let's take a look at the screenshots and see what the results are. All right, hooked up to the nano VNA. We can see that our SWR at 144 megahertz is around probably about 1.8 SWRs, and it tops out at 148 megahertz at around probably about 2.4 SWRs. And using the original antenna from the first radio as a benchmark here, we can see that we had an SWR starting around 1.55 and topping off at 2. So SWR was actually much higher on the replacement antenna on the 2-meter band. Now on the 70-meter band, our replacement antenna starting at 420 megahertz, we get an SWR of about 2.75. And as we get down to 450 megahertz, it drops down to about 1.6 SWRs. And comparing the replacement antenna to the antenna from my first radio, we can see that again the readings are higher. On the original antenna at 100 or at 420 megahertz, we have an SWR of around 2.4, whereas on the other one we had 2.75. And at 450 megahertz, it drops down to about 1.2, maybe 1.23. And on the replacement antenna, it's around 1.6. So again, the replacement antenna on both bands is it does not perform as well on the SWR readings. All right, so there you have the test results on this. The replacement antenna is still higher SWRs than my first radio's antenna. I think it's very noticeable. It's noticeably higher. I mean, it's not high enough to where it's going to damage the radio, but I would like to see the SWRs similar with the same radio and same antenna, but that's not what I saw. So I've decided I'm not going to send this antenna back. I think it's just, it's a luck of the draw of what kind of SWR you're going to get on these antennas. I really like the radio. So I think I'm going to look at some different antennas. I had was it the Niobe antenna, which I really liked on the 2-meter band, but on the 70 centimeter band, I was getting high SWRs. So I'm going to go and look at some more antennas and order a couple different ones, and we'll do some tests on those and see which one matches best with this radio. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.